Manchester United got a 2-1 win over Chelsea just this weekend. Let's talk about it. United got a W, so you know that means we're happy. But how long will this last? We'll see. But first, let's talk about the game. United started so strong and so fast, pressing, winning the ball, having the possession, pressing, attacking, finding ways to have the ball. Rainy day. United always. I don't know what's up with United, but every time it's a rainy day against a big team, they're gonna get something out of it, and that's exactly what happened. 4 minutes in, Sesko wins a header. Not many people are talking about that. Sesko wins the header over Chelsea center backs over the defense, and Buemo makes the run. And does the Chelsea goalkeeper do? The goalkeeper that everyone wants to replace, Robert Sanchez, who Chelsea fans don't want him. What does he do? Takes him out. Red card, clear red card. No one said anything about it. It was clear as day. Red card. Chelsea down to 10 players. United take advantage of it after a couple minutes. Bruno goal. After at first I thought it was that Bruno goal was offsides, but I think it was very good online. And United kept their press, kept the possession, kept the attack. And I'll talk about Chelsea in a bit, but let's talk about United real quick. Casemiro later. Luke Shaw wins a header. I did not know he could jump that high. Luke Shaw wins a header. Casemiro second goal. What does United do? What should they do? Keep going to score, right? Keep possession, keep control. Nope. What do they do? Red card. Makes it. Ruben Amorim said it perfectly. They find a way to make it harder for themselves. It's like they like to suffer. And I'm gonna be. I did not think it was a red card. I yellow, a second yellow. Never never should that be a second yellow or even a foul. Wins the ball. It's a contact game. He's gonna have some contact with the defender, but he gets the ball clearly. Second yellow, red card. Casemiro should have it. Should his experience have held him back a little bit and said like, I shouldn't make this tackle. I should be more safe. Maybe, but with all due honesty, I did not think that was a red card. But once again, United making it harder for themselves, 10 versus 10. Again, United making it hard for themselves. After that, United didn't look at a place. Um, before that red card, they didn't really look at a place, and for that first half, they didn't look. They looked well. They looked good. Um, but some of the choices they take in the last third of part of the field is just like Ahmad. Let's talk about Ahmad. He's had a very poor start to the season, in my opinion. Ahmad has some of his decision making doesn't make sense to me. Like that pass, the open pass he had to Sesko, he decides to he wants to do a lot to himself. He's very I don't know if he's selfish or it's just low IQ or what it is, but simple pass to Sesko, he decides to run it when Sesko's alone. Your center forward is alone. Your 6'5" center forward, promising young striker, is alone in the box, and you decide not to pass it to him. Like I said, I don't know if it's low IQ or if he's being selfish. He wants to do things for himself. I don't know, but that was very bad decision making. I must have other parts of his game where he wants to do a bicycle kick or so bad. I don't know what's the point of that. He could have easily put his head in, chest kick. I don't know, but he wants. I don't know what goes through his mind when he has these chances and these opportunities, but with I don't know. And United looked good. United looked very well, pressing fast. They looked strong, and I think this is all due to how good the league was in defense. The amount of balls he got back for United, the amount of duels he won, the amount of times he would uh, follow the Chelsea player all the way to the midfield, or he would go to midfield and defend the Chelsea players to stop the build up from Chelsea. Mateus Delete is looking very good. He's looking like a leader. He's looking strong, fast for United, getting back so many balls, winning his duels. Delete has been very good this season. Maguire had a very solid game. Maguire's, I think those two should be starting no matter what with Maguire. Delete, they looks good, strong, win their headers. And then the left side, I think. Look, my three center backs would be Delete, uh, Harry Maguire, and I would put Mazraoui in there too. Euro hasn't had the best start to the season, and Luke Shaw, to me, he had a good game, but there's moments, right? He consistently. I don't think we've seen him had a good spell of games, and I think Mashrawi, Harry Maguire, and the league would be a good center back pairing for the five at the back. Five at the back for Ruben Amorim. Mashrawi and Matthijs de Ligt have shown that they're good when it goes to stepping up and defending, and I think those that would be the best center backs pairing. United once again made it harder for themselves. Well, Ruben Amorim made it harder for himself when he took out Harry Maguire in a time where Chelsea were spamming balls into the box, corners. They were getting corners, and they're spamming balls into the box. And what do you need? I think you need a Harry Maguire in those moments. He wins everything there, but no, you just had to take him out and put in Euro, who I honestly don't see him win many aerial duels. Doesn't defend his player. Chalobah scores. Very good header from Chalobah. Chalobah is very good. Underrated in my honest opinion. But again, making it harder for themselves, just suffering. I think Harry Maguire is very good. I think the league showed his strengths, and I think United showed a lot of positives. But I think this is also due to Maresca's substitutes. You get a red card in the fourth minute, and what do? You take out Estevao and Neto. This doesn't make sense to me. I think it was an overreaction from Maresca. I think he didn't plan for a red card, so he just didn't know what to do. He's one of those managers that plans out games based on the teams, and they play differently compared depending on the team, right? I have a feeling that hadn't planned for this. He didn't hadn't planned for anything, but no one plans to have a red card, but you have an idea of what to do if you do. He gets a red card. Robert Sanchez takes out both his wingers, and then later on takes out uh, Cole Palmer, who I think was to injury. But thanks to you taking out your two wingers, now you have Joao Pedro alone, facing three center backs who are in good form right now. And I think it was an overreaction. Why would you take out two? You took out three attackers in the span of 18 minutes. That and then what do you do later on in the game? You put in Tyreek George, who was about to leave, who's I think was close to joining Fulham. I think on the last day, when you have Gittins, who you got for like 50 million, you have Garnacho, who you spent 30, 40 million on. You have these Premier League proven players. Well, Garnacho's Premier League proven, kind of. Gittins, who's a upcoming star according to Chelsea, and then you put in the guy who wanted to leave Chelsea, and that like you have Garnacho who's speed, who is who has played more games in the Premier League, but you put in Tyreek George, or I think that's his first name. Sorry if I mispronounce it, but George, the kid, the 19-year-old kid, and I don't know. Maresca's game planning and substitutions and in-game management this game was terrible. It was very bad. They were close. They were close in this last couple of minutes when they got the first goal. They had that momentum, but once they got that first goal and they kept going their play, I didn't. I honestly didn't think that they would score a second. I think United were pretty comfortable in defense. And yeah, United won and beat Chelsea 7 points out in 5 games against the teams they've played: Chelsea, Arsenal City, Fulham, and who did they beat? Fulham, and they beat someone else. Tied to Fulham, and I don't. I think it's an all right um amount of points. Should we expect more from United? Yes, but hey, let's see. Can United win 2 games in a row? Can they win 2 games in a row? I think they got Brentford next. Let me double check. I think. Do you guys think they could get their second win? Cause man, let's check. Hold on. Y'all need to hold up. They got Brentford next. First game of the week. Brentford United at Brentford. Let's be honest. This should be 2 wins in a row. This has to be 2 wins in a row. We demand 2 wins in a row against Brentford. And who do they have after that? Let's check. They have Brentford next. They have Brentford next. Then they have Sunderland. Then they have Liverpool. I expect them to have 3 wins in a row by the time they face Liverpool. By that time, we'll see how it goes, right? But beat Chelsea, they have to beat Brentford, and they have to beat Sunderland. These has to be a 9 game point. But Willie, I'm not too sure. Let's see how consistent they are. Let's see how they keep up, if they keep up this form. Let's see how he decides to put his midfield next game. Let's see if he decides to finally play Lamens. Let's see how he plays this next game at Brentford, first game of the week. But I'm glad United won and beat Chelsea. United wins 2-1. Let's go.